I know you were on Million Dollar Listing New York this past season, but would you ever consider melding both your real estate career with reality TV full time?
I definitely love reality TV. It's such a fun glimpse into parts of, into careers that people wouldn't necessarily see. So I am always excited about that. I have some new opportunities I cannot tell you about, but as you know, I'm a fan of reality TV.
How has the notoriety from your time on reality television impacted your work, your clients?
It's been bittersweet. So on the one hand, people really like it because they're like, oh my God, Kelly Bensimon's showing me around. She knows so much about New York and about Florida and the Hamptons. I'm super excited. On the other hand, people are like, she's a reality TV star. Can she really do it? And so that's been kind of interesting. I mean, obviously my numbers speak for themselves, so I'm not really worried. I mean, people that want to work with me. I mean, I just brought in, this commercial buyer today. It's like, I can't even tell you the number because you would literally be like, what? But listen, I mean, people gravitate towards me because I'm honest, because I have a lot of integrity. I have a great value system. I've proven myself over and over again how successful I am in this business and how trustworthy I am. And I think that the way that I handle business really makes people feel more comfortable. So then we can have a lot of fun.
Speaking of Real Housewives of New York City, it's been more than a decade since you've been on the show. How do you process that time in your life today when you reflect back on it?
It's reality TV was so different then than it is now. I mean, I always say like, oh my gosh, I wish I'd been running on reality TV now because the viewers are so much smarter. And so it would just be a lot more fun. Back then, I mean, I really enjoyed myself. I don't know if my castmates did, but I was always having a really good time. I was like, listen, I love, cartwheels. I love snow angels, and I'm not going to stop doing that. And I can make a snow angel and I can sell 100 million. So, I mean, I'm not going to change my, I'm spirited and I'm a lot of fun, but I also have a lot of confidence in my education and what I'm able to do. So that's why I'm so spirited.
Now, on the latest season of The Real Housewives of New York City, I'm not sure if you watched, but Ramona Singer dipped her toes into the world of real estate. What do you think of Ramona, the real estate agent?
So Ramona texted me, I think it was right before Labor Day weekend, and she was heading off to Aspen, and she was like, I definitely want to have a coffee with you. Can we please meet? And I was like, sure, of course. I support anyone that wants to do something different. I support them 100%.
Would you ever consider going back to the Housewives?
I never say never. I mean, I'm not a person that's like, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, I never say never. You never know. You never know where you're going to see me next. I can't tell you though now.
There's also the new Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip series. We've already filmed 2 seasons. What would you think about possibly doing one of those spinoff series?
I mean, anything that has to do with the other women across the board, they're all so fun. I mean, I've met throughout, since I retired, I've met so many other housewives who are just amazing. And I mean, I have, again, like I don't have any problem I love women. I work with a lot of women, and I would, who doesn't want to like hang out with 5 women on a trip and have the best time ever? Like I do. Sign me up. Yes, please.
Now, since your days on Real Housewives, how do you think you've evolved as a person? And if you were to come back, what parts of yourself would you hope to show viewers that they maybe didn't get the first time around?
I think one of the things that I really regret, I mean, I don't regret any of the scenes or, anything that we film, because that's part of what I'm supposed to be doing. But what I did regret is that they didn't get to see my real life. And I think that showcasing, I mean, you have to remember I was on 2009, 2010, and being a single working woman was not sexy. And I think that there was a lot of fear and a lot of stigma associated with that back then. And I, have raised 2 amazing girls, and I'm so incredibly proud of both of them. And I think that it would have been amazing opportunity, or will now, to just showcase how you can have it all, how you can, raise children on your own, how you can work really, really hard and smile your way through it.
I'm curious to know though, have they watched your old seasons of The Housewives as adults?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And what do they think of it?
I mean, they just are hilarious. I was like, Mom, like really in this scene, this is what I would have done. If you had done that, then, you know, if you filmed this now, I would have said, Mom, I want you to do it like this. They're so funny and they're just very positive too, which is exciting. You know, it's like it had the being exposed to the entertainment world, you know, did nothing but make them even more shining stars. And they have such an incredible vision and view, and the way that they see, you know, my world and their world through this incredible lens has been, you know, it's really, really spectacular.
Well, I know over the years, everyone has asked you 10 million thousand questions about Scary Island. What do your girls think of that episode? How do they process that? And is it interesting to kind of look back at those episodes through their eyes?
Well, they remember Scary Island because they were crying and telling me to come home. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be working, girls. And my, you know, nanny was leaving and we had all this at home drama. And I just was like, this is too, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I have to and I mean, everybody knows that my priority has always been my family. And, you know, when I work, I am 100% at work, but when my family is at stake or something, you know, they need my attention more, then I just had to say, excuse me, I have to go. And so I, you know, left and took care of my kids. We spent an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. It was so much fun. I'm so glad I left.
This past season of New York City has been truly different. The viewership was down a little bit. They're not having a reunion for the first time, I believe, in Housewives history.
Wow.
A lot of fans think that the cast needs reworking. In your opinion, what isn't working about the show, and what do you think needs to change?
You know, I haven't seen the show in so long, and I mean, this is, you know, this has been how many years later. I didn't watch the show. You know, I watched what I was supposed to, my scenes, and I commented on my scenes because I really didn't think it was fair for me to comment on other people's scenes when I wasn't there and I didn't really know what the story was. Well, how do I feel about them today? I just, you know, it's just a new time, and I think that one of the things that is really difficult about reality TV is really being able to be real on camera and just being, you know, really real, not selling what you want people to see. So I think that's really, I mean, if there was one thing to change, just really, really, really go deep.